I honestly just haven't really. I'm gonna give it a couple more weeks until I form like a full-on opinion about the new maps. I don't like to judge them too early. I like to see how the meta evolves on the maps just a little bit before judging it just too much. But what we're seeing from this tournament, the maps are done by Vitos, and we're seeing a lot of the new maps, which to me means that these players don't mind them too much.
I think they've got a lot of potential, and they are obviously really switching up some of the strategies that have got quite indented recently. Anyway, these two players spawning down in the bottom left-hand position. Currently down one game. He's going to need to bring this back if he wants to stay in the upper bracket. Representing Infused, we've got Lau. And to the top right, his opponent, taking game number 1 in pretty solid style. dBlinG Stalker play off of 2 bases, representing Team Dignitas, we've got bling.
And we do have a gas first coming out of Lau this time around, which is almost definitely going to be meaning a fast factory. A scout coming out from Lau as well. Is this going to be a proxy factory? This could be a proxy factory, or this could just be a scout. Not entirely sure. We'll have to wait and see.
Could be both.
It could be both. It's Lau. We could actually see proxy banshees. Like, that is a thing.
It is a thing, and this map actually wouldn't be too terrible for it. There's a lot of space around here that's really out of the way, especially this little nook down very much to the south. This is where somewhere you could put a proxy Stargate and go for Banshee and get a quick way in, which is a lot out of the way of the usual scouting path for bling to go and actually take a peek at it. So, may not get scouted. We'll keep a close eye on exactly what this SCV gets up to, but for the moment, bling happily going along with standard play.
Okay, Lau is going to be able to just pop on back in and see what he can see. Since he's not running away with this SCV to do anything with it by the time the barracks finishes, presumably we'll see the factory come up in the actual base of Lau. What we can see from here, we could see Banshee play. That is a relatively rare possibility, but it is a possibility. And then, more likely, it could also just be a mine drop build as well.
Mine drop builds, Hellion Marine drops are very common as well. 2 very strong one-base openers that you see from a gas first play.
We have a reactor coming on out for Lau here as well immediately, so no units whatsoever.
This reactor generally, I feel, leans more towards it being a Hellion play as opposed to a mine play. Generally, if you get that reactor down, you're not going to be seeing the mines because you don't need it to go for a mine drop. You've only got to produce 2, and it delays the number of Marines you're going to be getting out quite substantially. So this is going to get switched over. It's so you can get as many Hellions as possible, as quickly as possible. And then you're just going to starport out and probably drop the Marines up into the main and push the Hellions into the natural. Bling, not yet scouting though.
I would love to see Lau just go full Daishi and just make nothing but Hellions. Like 4 factory mass Hellion like he did against Grubby. And if this is going to be Hellions, like you said here, the first 2 are now on the way. Presumably we'll see a starport start up reasonably soon so we can drop them. But thus far we don't actually have one, so this is a little interesting. Ah, there we go. The SCV getting in position should be able to throw down that starport right away. The wall's also done. I don't think this probe should see anything. Lift the depot. There we go. Oh, but he does see the Hellions. The Hellions are popping on out, so
that's quite a big giveaway, actually.
It actually is.
The number of builds that involve Hellions in PvT is very limited, so bling should have a solid idea of what's coming.
This is really cute. We're
seeing switching it up.
Fake Hellions into mine drop. Whoa, this is really cool. These 2 Hellions, they're just going to poke around at the natural. They're not going to get too much done. They could force an overcharge if he's super duper lucky. Looks like they're just going to go into the main, actually. There's a stock here. These shouldn't be able to do too much with good control. But, nice shots to start things off. Only 1 probe has gone down. We'll see how much these can do. Lau needs to really target those hurt probes, but with only 1 Hellion left here, he's just going to leave with the 1 kill. He could get a couple down here on the low ground, but nice probe pull there. Good control could allow bling to not lose anything, but he will lose 1.
This is an interesting decision, or was an interesting decision by Lau. Moving in with just the 2 Hellions should tell bling that there is not any more on the way. There is not a chance that there will be 2 Hellions moving in and then another 2 later on. So this leaves bling thinking, what else is coming out of that factory? Am I going to have to contend with mines anytime soon? And he's got the robotics facility coming down, but it's only just started, so it's going to be quite a while until the Protoss player has access to detection.
I like how Lau is just walking the mines across the map. He doesn't even care. I think we're probably going to be seeing the medevac boosted on out to them. So, just a little bit funny. But, looks like he may just lift 1 into the main and walk 1 into the natural. And here we go. He's going to walk the first one into the natural here. Burrow coming on down. Bling not reacting just yet. There we go. Good reaction there. And that'll...
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Very nice.
Nice.
4 kills. 3 kills.
That was still miles better than it should have been.
Yeah, that was a really nice target. That was manually done, guys. That was not luck. That was Lau targeting the probe that was running away.
Impressive stuff. Stalkers warping in, but the medevac boosts straight by them, moving so quickly they cannot target it. Second mine drop.
Yeah, I mean, the Observer's not done yet, so this is going to get a kill for sure. He could even lift it up and leave once the Observer comes out if he really wants to be super safe. But
Wouldn't mind if the Natural just got another hit off it, by the way. Up to 6 kills now.
Wow, this is actually going really well for Lau. He's up to 10 worker kills already. His own CC is very delayed. As a result, he's actually still down at workers. But this is doing some pretty nice damage. Ah, he's going to lose a medevac. That hurts.
So bling, again, is getting out a very high count from the Stalkers. He's just sitting in a nice position with +1 on its way. The Twilight Council is done, but we don't... Oh, no, Blink is done. Never mind, Blink is done. +1 is on its way. This is looking to be the same build yet again. But Banshee.
Banshees. It's Lau. It's always expect the Banshees. Always. Anyway, ooh, this could be a nice little... Oh, the mine's not burrowed. Oh, that hurts. He's going to lose that for free. Tank on the way out. Lau is going to be kind of hard to break on one base, but at the same time, Blink can just continue pro production. He's at 39 to 28, and he's not going to be in too terrible a spot. He's only on 3 gateways. This is a fake Blink all-in. He wants Lau to over-defend, which is exactly what Lau is doing right now.
Lau getting out that tank, getting out more mines. He hasn't taken his natural base. He's got a second orbital command, but has never floated it down yet. Because of this, Bling has got a far better economy. He's just happily mining about exactly double the gas. And his mineral income is even better than Lau's too. These Stalkers are able to pick up 1 supply depot. Gonna get a second one too.
Yeah, life is hard if you're Lau right now. He's got a 3rd base coming up for his opponent as well. Bling going to be able to expand and just get that 3rd base economy down before Lau's natural is actually established.
This is a big supply block for Lau as well.
But the Banshee coming in here, there's no actual detection here. That's an Immortal coming out.
There is a detection.
No, there is detection. There is an Observer.
Another warp in will be needed for a few more Stalkers. Or there's actually some Stalkers down there, so they can get in.
Well, 1 kill on the Banshee. It will survive, but that's really not quite what Lau was hoping for.
Bling is in a very nice position now. He's getting up his 3rd, as you previously mentioned, I believe. And this 3rd base is before Lau has a natural. So, Lau is contained on 1 base. Did chuck down a bunker, expecting a big Blink in play. But now, going to be looking to try and move out, because he's got to secure that natural, or he's going to be running into a lot of problems. Oh, the
Banshee's doing a pretty good job here. That one will survive. The one here over at the 3rd is also up to 4 kills, soon to be 5. So this is doing a little bit. He's also confirmed the existence of the 3rd base. So overall, Lau doing work now with these Banshees. He's going to get another couple of probe kills, even getting out with its life. Maybe.
Nope.
You know, that one will die. Very unfortunate.
The one to the right as well is only at 4 HP, so not the most useful Banshee in the world. The Stalkers, discovering that this orbital command floating down, going to be trying to get a little bit of damage off to it, but with the tanks and a good number of Marines on their way, these Stalkers will have to retreat.
They really will, and I mean, honestly...
Or blink up into the main.
This is a little bit cute. He will be able to at least delay this command center. He won't be able to cancel it most likely, but doesn't lose anything for that. So nice play there from Bling, and now Bling is way ahead in upgrades. He's an upgrade ahead. He's a base ahead. He's up by about 30 supply. Bling is in an amazing position, Maddles.
Unfortunately for Bling, right now, I don't feel that he can break this situation, this defense from Lau immediately. It's going to take a couple of minutes for him to keep upping the immortal count and add in some more production. Really utilize this 3rd base worth of economy to produce a lot. So Lau has got a couple of minutes of safety, but can he do anything in those couple of minutes?
Well, that's going to be what we're waiting to see here. He's trying to poke on in with this Banshee once again, but it is going to be warded off quite easily. 3rd base for Lau is going to be completing pretty soon, but we already have the Templar Archives coming down here. Bling is teching up so quickly. He's adding on cannons everywhere just to make sure he doesn't take any damage. And now, Bling looks like he wants to try to break this. 4 Immortals, a whole slew of Stalkers here. It looks like 12. 12. So, overall, it's going to be hard enough for Lau to defend this, but this is not like anywhere near a push where Bling needs to even do damage. All Bling wants to do is see what he can do. See if he can do some damage. See if he can maybe even kill off Lau. And, well, that Banshee is going to get away.
But it allows the proxy pylon to come down, and that's the essential part. A Marine sacrificing himself for very little. Bling also hiding those Immortals.
Oh, that's cute. The scan comes down, he misses the Immortals.
This is a genius play by Bling. He doesn't want to reveal them until he walks him into the scan.
Ultimate caster curse. But
May not have been noticed.
yeah, they were just at the very edge. We'll have to see. Lau has pre-pulled SCVs. He's got one bunker here. And way too many tanks, aka 4 tanks. A whole bunch of buyout. Stim is about to finish up at the 15-minute mark. It's a very late stim, but it will be done. And here's a couple of Archons coming into tank as well. This is going to be super duper difficult to hold. The Banshee on the other side is doing a lot of damage here, getting quite a few kills on hold position just to not engage that cannon. Nicely done there by Lau, but here comes a big push at the front. And those bunkers are nowhere near done. 2 of them killed off immediately. The one at the back there is the only thing still standing here as far as static defense goes. The tank's doing a lot of damage here, but with the blink on 4 there, they will be able to pick off the Raven. The Seeker missiles do fizzle out there, but the tank's able to get a lot more shells off on that army while they're running from the Seeker missile. So, as you said, Bling is not quite able to break this yet.
Bling was able to pick off a surprising number of SCVs, though. It may not have noted like there was tons, but there was a good number repairing. That means, in total, 26 workers have been killed. So far, this game... Oh no, actually, I'm misreading that. 9 workers killed by Bling, 27 killed by Lau with these Banshee. But still, Lau is down by about exactly 30 workers right now.
Yeah, it's because of that 3 Nexus production, man. It's been very, very difficult for Lau to really get anything done. That Banshee goes down. I'm really interested to see what Bling wants to do with this double Stargate. This is a really weird follow-up. He's getting +1 air weapons. He may go... This sounds really dumb, but he may go into carriers. That's something SOS did against Jockey to great effect on Altazim.
I reckon Tempest.
Another Stargate coming out, too, and a Fleet Beacon. Yeah, it's going to be probably carriers, I would think. You don't get air weapons for Tempest because they just shoot so slow.
It's still something with... A couple of Tempests wouldn't be a bad move. It would allow Bling easily to take out the tanks.
Okay, so... What is it with I-Series and Tempest, if this turns out to be a Tempest build?
We like them.
This is so cool.
We like the Tempest. We like the carriers.
You English people are awesome.
I know. We like the slightly more unorthodox builds. Going for some cool things. This is a ton of gateways.
It really is.
He's actually going up to 12 gates. Which, okay, it's not that many, but 12 gates with double robotics facilities and triple Stargates. But then he's getting a 4th base. It's going to be a 4th base Protoss up against soon to be a 3-base Terran, although
okay.
The 3rd base for Lau is going to be tough.
Is it going to be carriers or is it going to be Tempest? I bet on carriers.
I bet on Tempest.
Okay, you buy me a pizza
No, I'm not buying you a pizza.
You still owe me a drink from yesterday, man.
I do still owe you a drink. It's because I went to bed nice and early.
Well, so far we're not seeing anything coming out of these Stargates. We do have a bit of an engagement coming on down here as the army from Lau has moved out to the middle of the map here. He's got a sizable army, actually, up to about 144 supply, and with a significantly lower worker count, the army supply is actually quite even. A lot of Zealots being warped on in here, though, and the upgrades are +3. But with +3 attack, the Zealot armor... the Zealots usually like to have armor, and they don't right now, which is a little bit unfortunate for them. But the 3rd base is being forced to evacuate here. Bling taking a significant supply lead already. The upgrades are just so much better for him. These mines are going to need to be magical for him to hold. And, oh, he's going to bait him out. Good play by Bling.
By the way, Tempest.
Oh, okay, then I guess you could have had a pizza, but...
Hashtag StarSense.
You could have had a pizza, Maddles.
Oh, it's fine. Another winner mine hit goes off, the 3rd one. And the 2nd get taken out. In pushes Bling. He has just got so many Immortals there. He's actually up to, I believe it's 8 Immortals. Bounding through. He's just got so much stuff. The Immortal is actually tanking this head on. The tank's dishing out a surprising amount of damage, and Bling is going to have to retreat.
Wow, that was an incredibly sick hold there from Lau. I thought he was 100% dead, but no real AoE damage kind of hurt that a little bit. And, of course, the tanks at the back just shelling away, shelling away, shelling away. And this army from Bling has been reset. But Bling can remake an army. Lau is stuck on 2 bases, and he's mined out of his main, and he's mining out of his natural. On the plus side, since Lau took his natural at like 12 minutes, there's still a lot of minerals there.
Yep. Move forward here. A couple more Immortals getting taken out.
Yeah, this is a really nice move. The Marauders and the Marines chasing down some of the Immortals. Some of the Zealots moving on in here to try to help out here. The Stalkers trying to pick up a couple of the medevacs. Won't quite be able to get them. Bling slowly but surely rebuilding that supply lead. Ghosts coming in now for Lau as well. Lau just trying to get a bit of everything, but I mean, that was a really sick hold before. We're seeing some really nice moves out of Lau, but he's still in an absolutely atrocious position.
Moving from the Tempest now. They're getting their way across. 6 currently out, 9 about to be produced. And this is a lot of ranged firepower from these Tempest.
There's nothing to really contest them. The Marines aren't really going to be able to get under them with that many Zealots there. And there's only 10 Marines anyway.
No Vikings.
No Vikings.
The bunkers are useless. The tank's basically useless.
Yeah, these Tempests should be the nail in the coffin here. We'll see just how much he can do. He's just going to start by picking away at the medevac count. One of them already dead. GG's called. Lau will drop down to the lower bracket here. bLING taking a pretty convincing 2-0 in a bit of a fun series there, especially that second game.
That second game was really nicely done by bLING. I actually think game number 2 arguably went slightly better for bLING, just in overall control. It may not have seemed as overwhelming because it lasted longer, but he just had that solid move through.